What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Alexis After Hours, and if you aren't, thanks so much for returning. And in today's video we are doing a part 2 of apartment hunting. This one was kind of like a flop, I would say, for so. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so this is part 2. This is 2-bedroom. You come in, entrance right away. Ooh, Shiloh, this is nice. Kitchen right here. I actually like this. Kitchen, bedroom. Let me give y'all the full circle so y'all can actually see. So this is the bedroom number 1 from the kitchen. Really nice. This give like YouTube. Like, you can make YouTube videos in here. Then the closet space, this is really nice. Ooh, this is probably the master bedroom because it has a bathroom and it leads out. Bathroom. Here's me. Way leads out back into the kitchen in the front entrance. Come back this way. Nice size. Living room. It's actually a decent size for a living room because this couch, not bad. You can actually put maybe 2 couches, maybe one couch. Balcony. It's not really a balcony though. It's just for air, I guess. Just can't really go out. Maybe this is the master bedroom. Another bedroom because this one is bigger. Oh, actually, yeah, they both have the bathrooms in the room. Yep, and then closet space. Yeah, this is definitely the master's because this one doesn't have a tub. And then there's a lot of space back here. What y'all think about this one? The kitchen does have appliances and it has a dishwasher as well. Okay, first things first, I just want to say, please do not mind my hair. The first property that I saw, this was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. This was in a whole nother city and the city was very nice. I really like the city because location is great. Starting off with the pros that I liked for this place is location. This is outside of the normal city that I usually live in. I thought this was an awesome start, especially because I never lived like really far outside of my city. The pros were they were 2 different bathrooms and these were full bathrooms. So I can have a full bathroom, my daughter can have a full bathroom, and I wouldn't have to jump from bathroom to bathroom. We could decorate however we wanted. Came with a dishwasher, stove, all the appliances. I love that. The apartment was more so luxury style apartment, so this was a plus. Room sizes were great. Everything was pretty much great overall. The only con about this place, I would say, they didn't have a balcony like they showed that they had balconies. It was just more so like a huge window you could open up. And the living room was really small. Also, the kitchen was small to the point where I don't think the apartment is like kid friendly as far as you having toddlers, because there was nowhere for you to even set up a table for a toddler to eat in the kitchen or anything like that. I think the place was great overall, but it was a wait list apparently. When I applied, she said there was no wait list, but then I guess later on when they finally reviewed my application, there was a wait list. So yeah, and it was in my price budget. And so that's all I have for that first place. Okay, so this is a duplex. When you first walk in, you're hit with the living room, and it has a lot of windows for lighting. And then this is supposed to be the dining room. I did like the spacing of it and the concept of it being like a kind of like an open layout for the most part besides the kitchen. And then from the dining room, you go straight to the kitchen. Yes, I know it's dirty up in here. The blinds off the hinges, all types of stuff. And it don't even come with a stove and refrigerator, but I digress. It was okay. It's kind of old school looking, and I don't really like stuff like that, but a home is a home. Then from the kitchen, you are hit with the basement. You can go down and see it, but I decided to see that later. I went in to see the rooms because I did want to see what the rooms was looking like. So we go into the rooms. You see a closet space right here. We all know that all on this wood is dirty and muggy. Look at the flooring, y'all. I just want y'all to see, and then you can see where they paste up the holes in the wall. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be finished. He said he don't know if they're ripping the carpet up because the carpet don't even look like it's laid right. That light fixture was broken. In the bathroom, you can see the mirror dirty, and the sink hits the door, so it doesn't even open up properly, which is bad designing for a home. And then from there, this is the bigger bedroom. It is a pretty good size, but I don't like the carpet. It's just like they just smushed it on top, and it's not even laid out right. They do have a walk-in closet, which is pretty cool, but it's kind of still small. And then I did go down there and see the basement. Y'all see all that shit? This is the upstairs neighbor's stuff, like all of that stuff right there, all of that. And it wraps around, which is insane, because it's like, if this is a duplex, y'all should be able to push y'all shit to the side. Then I went upstairs. That back door does lead to the backyard. This is cute. I'm not gonna lie, this backyard is actually really cute. Nice for barbecues, nice for playing all types of stuff. And I like that they have a slab of like concrete.
Okay, so the second property that we looked at was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, lower duplex. Just hop right in. So this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom duplex. The listing price was, I think, $12.50 a month, which is in a great price range. Let's start it off with the pros. The pros is that this place is a duplex. It is a lower duplex, which means you'll get the feel for having a home, the idea of having a home. I really like that it was in a really great neighborhood. This neighborhood was more so like a Jewish community. So you see a lot of Jewish people with their hat on. It was right across the street from a school, which is great. So you get the community, and it was in a safe environment. I really like that. I know that by it having a school across the street, there's going to be kids. There's going to be families. It seemed like there was a lot of homeowners who lived in the neighborhood, and I really enjoyed looking at that. I wish I could have recorded the neighborhood to show y'all, but it was really nice. The block was quiet, the neighborhood was quiet, and it was in my price range. Also, it came with a really nice backyard, and I think that is great for hosting gatherings. Like if you want a barbecue grill, if you want to host like having a night where y'all make a campfire, s'mores, all of that was great. It gives you, like I said, it gives you the effect of having your own home. There were a lot of cons for me. The con is being in a lower duplex. You do have to worry about the neighbors if they are people who move around and bump around a lot. You being under them, you hear all the bumping and the loud movement and stuff. The neighbors did seem like they were older neighbors, so that wouldn't probably have been a problem. But the floorings in the rooms was just disgusting to me. The walls were dirty. The bathroom, if you paid attention to the bathroom, the door doesn't even open up all the way because it hits the sink, and it wasn't properly cleaned. The rooms were pretty small to me, and then it doesn't come with appliances either. The basement, they did have a basement down there, but the people who lived upstairs had all their shit down there. When I mean all their stuff, it's like as if they felt like the unit belonged to the building belongs to them. And that's the cons with duplexes, because if somebody has lived there for, let's say, 5-10 years, they're going to feel like they have more rights to the areas that you have to split than you do. They'll feel like, oh, well, I've been here longer, so I don't have to move and give you more parking space. I don't have to move my stuff in the basement. And it just gave like you were invasive in their property, even though it's y'all's. I don't really like that. Everything else for me was okay. It was manageable if they cleaned up a little bit, and then it didn't come with appliances. But
okay, this is an upper duplex, and before you go in, there is a lot of yard space in the front as well that I didn't get to record just in case I did go with this unit. I didn't want to show y'all the front of the house. Anyways, this is the upper duplex. Those two doors do lead into the house. This is the back entrance, and then you're instantly hit with the kitchen. I didn't really get to record much because I was moving fast to go pick my partner up, but the living room had a lot of sunlight, but the blinds were closed, and that was the other door to the front entrance. And then you had the big closet from the living room, which I really do like the carpet. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And then the kitchen right there, it came with an oven. You just gotta bring your own refrigerator, and it had a stovetop already. This is the half bathroom. It's pretty cramped and narrow, but it is a half bathroom. There's really not much to say about it. And then from there, you go to the full bathroom, which is right next to it. I don't know why. I love the mirror size. They didn't have to do a lot of cleaning. And then you hit with 3 bedrooms. First bedroom, really good size for me, honestly. Like, anybody could have this room and will be grateful for it, to be honest. I would even be okay with having that room. And then you have a hallway closet. The second bedroom, nice lighting too, and it is a good size, and it has a great closet space also, y'all. Like, I don't know, you can't really beat the sizing of the rooms for me, because most of the rooms were really small. And then this is the master bedroom. Really great size and huge closet. Comes with a big patio out, so if you wanted to smoke or journal or have a drink. And then that's the backyard. It was really great, honestly. I have really no cons for this place.
So, moving on to the third property that I saw. The third property that I saw, this was a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom duplex. And it was in a okay location. It was in my price range. Going in there, I instantly loved it was an upper duplex, which means you don't have to listen to people under you. 1.5 bathrooms. If it's more than one person living in a place, you can design it so that way there's room to share and you don't have to wait on people to come out the bathroom. All of that, especially if you have guests coming over, there's room for guests to use the bathroom without going through your own personal bathroom. And I love the carpet. It was clean. Mind you, when he showed the unit, the tenants were just moving out, so there was still stuff in there, and some of the carpet had to be re-cleaned. It looked like it comes with great lighting. The living room space was huge. The kitchen was a great size. The bedroom were great sizes, 3 bedrooms at that. And it also came with a balcony and a basement and a backyard and parking in the back. So I didn't really have any cons for this place. It was really great. When I asked the guy who was showing the place if he could send me the application or where do I apply, he told me to apply on apartments.com, which didn't seem right. So I asked who's the landlord, what's the property manager's name, and where can I find the official website. He never got back to me. He just told me to put my money into apartments.com, which gives to me that it's a scam. And I just feel like if he's not going to respond and he's not going to give me the information I need, it's pretty much a scam. Especially when you start digging for who's the owner, who's the landlord, who am I contacting, and they don't respond, but they were so quick to respond to other stuff. Not only that, when I did contact him to view the place, he told me to contact his other number, which gave me like red flags, but I just kept going on with the process. So that's up in the air. If it's not a scam, then I would definitely move there. But if it is a scam, then I still don't have a place. There was really no cons for that place besides possible scam. Okay, so today is August 17th. I went maybe 2 days ago to see a place. We saw the place. I really liked the place. I'm not gonna lie. No, yesterday I saw a place. It was a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom for $1,150. Now my price budget is $1,200 to $1,250, maybe even $1,300 a month, just because I want to get in the house soon and I want to start saving like real money. I don't want to spend an arm and a leg on a place just for aesthetics and all of that. I have a place to see today. This is a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom upper duplex for I think $1,200. I think it's $1,250 actually. And I have to be there in like 45 minutes. People judge you based off the way you look. And let's say you want to get into somewhere that's really, this is a tip, especially for my POCs, okay? Get somewhere that's very like, you know, you're not in the hood, you're not living like with younger crowd, super young crowd. You're somewhere where people actually care about their shit, or people are homeowners, or people are making really good money and you make the same, but you just don't look the ideal part, like this, you know, white person in their 30s or whatever the case may be, or a wholesome, you don't look like you coming from a wholesome background just because you're wearing a little bit of streetwear. I'm gonna tell you this. That person is definitely going to judge you off what you look like. They're going to go even harder and make it harder for you to get into a place, especially if you have a certain type of name. Like, my name is Kiera. You know, it's not ghetto, but it's like, it don't give like, okay, you automatically know that I'm black. Let's say I went with this bonnet on this and I went in there, they probably think, oh, she doesn't have any money because she's dressed a certain way. If she cared about herself and she had money, she wouldn't be dressed like that. But because I'm dressed like this, they're going to already prejudge me and think that her credit score definitely not good. She definitely don't have it all put together, and they're going to go even harder to let you get approved. They'll say they're going to do stuff like that. So just keep in mind of that.
Okay, so we're walking to the back door because it is a duplex, which means that if you're the upper duplex, then you don't get the back door. I mean, you don't get the front door. You really just get the back door. And y'all have to excuse the noise in the background because I'm really sitting in my car editing, and I just feel like, you know, it's a nice day to edit. So he showed me the back, and then he went to get the lockbox, and you know, we're just talking. He's telling me about the place, whatever. And I instantly could already feel, you know how in your bones you just feel like this is not the place for you. But at the same time, I just was like, let me go ahead and see it. So we walking up the back stairs. Instantly, I'm just thinking about the hassle of trying to get furniture up this back stairwell, especially how you got to turn the corner. Like, how do you even get a couch up here? Like, realistically, make that make sense, especially if, you know, you're not paying movers and stuff like that. You're doing it yourself. So this is the entrance, and when you go to the left, that is the living room. Like, what the hell? How was that? Okay, so let me backtrack. Closet space, boom. Hallway, closet space. Go to the left, living room. Does this look like a living room to y'all? Like, be realistic. As soon as you put furniture in there, it's like, I get, this is supposed to be a bedroom. Like, look at that entrance. That is supposed to be a door right there. And I'm just instantly like, no. The walls are coming down low because it is an attic, really. And so you're just looking at it and you see, okay, let me just, I'm talking a lot. Okay, so then you see the first bedroom. That's the front door. Another closet space. You only get this small ass hallway, which irritated me. Then it's the bathroom. I really do like the bathroom. It's clean, it's nice. It got new windows added in there, new toilet and appliances or whatever. So it's nice, but it's just like, no. And then you go to the master bedroom, which is huge. I really like the sizing of it. But it's only two small little corner windows, but the windows are nice. Fine with me. I would see if it didn't come with like that other stuff, this would be fine with me. And then you go straight to the kitchen, like bedroom to the kitchen. Okay, kitchen is huge. Love the kitchen, love the countertops, love the space, love the lighting. It doesn't come with appliances either, which means you're spending at least $1,000 for stove and refrigerator. You get a small balcony and then the backyard, and then you can also put a table in there so you can eat at the table or whatnot. But just look how everything is just like on one side of the wall, which it's just so small. Like, that's all the house you get for $1,250. Like, come on now, be realistic with yourself. This is like the neighborhood of the place and everything. I think that overall the neighborhood is fine, like for sure. But as far as everything else, it's a no for me. And I'm actually gonna blur out the address, but this is the house right here.
Moving on to the last place we seen. So the last place that I saw, this was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, upper duplex. Great location. When I first came into the place, I thought it was gonna be great based off how the front yard was. And I did show y'all a little bit of the neighborhood. The front yard was great. Backyard was great. Everything. I thought it was gonna be great, but instantly it was a no. To me, the place looked like it was an attic that they turned into an upper duplex, and I don't like that, especially for him to say we dropped down on the pricing. It was $1,500, but now it's $1,250. It's not worth it. It was very small, tight, cramped, and it gave me like New York vibes, how small the places in New York could be. Let's start off with the pros. It's in a great, okay location. Came with a balcony and the kitchen was a great size. The cons, the living room was a bedroom or an attic space they turned into a living room. So when you instantly went in, it had like as if you removed the doors off of a place. So it gives like, it's not an open concept. It gave that the living room was supposed to be a bedroom or an attic space or something like that. And it was very small. The walls went up like an attic. I don't want my living room where the walls are slanted and going up, especially if you want to mount a TV. It just gives a bedroom feel or attic feel for me. The rooms were okay. The bathroom size was okay, but everything was on one side of a wall. So you're walking down a hall and everything just on this side, which gives to me that you guys turned an attic into an upper duplex and then tried to profit off of that. So yeah, those were the places. We've seen 4 places so far. Out of all those 4 places, only 2 of the places I would have chose, which was the apartment. The first apartment, that was the luxury apartment, but I'm waitlisted. And then the second one was the 3-bedroom, 1.5 duplex, but he hasn't contacted me and it feels like a scam, so we're still hunting, y'all. Honestly, this has been a really huge journey and we're pushing every day to find a place to move into, and I'm just taking y'all along the process because it's not easy looking for a place, y'all. It's not, especially because you either got to deal with the scammers, the slumlords, people overcharging or asking for so much requirements, and then they want a reference check too. They want to reference your job, they want to reference your homes you lived in, all those things. So it's like they ask for so much. They want a 720 credit score, things like that, or higher, especially if you want something in a decent location. If you want to move into anything, you can get anything, but you'll probably end up in a location where you hear gunshots at night, and I'm not trying to do all of that. Like, I want my daughter to be able to ride her bike down the block and us feel safe. So that's why I'm being very picky, especially if I'm going to be spending an arm and a leg living somewhere. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this apartment hunting. This is episode 2. We are going on our 3rd episode until we find us a home. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notifications, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.
But right now